Hello folks, and welcome to me playing Minecraft. So I've been doing some streaming lately, and the feedback was that just not enough people could really see the streams. So I put a few of the VODs up on the channel, and been doing some stuff, and I'm just recorded, so this will date it. I need to edit a couple of things involving Psy that I put together for a friend of mine, Vagram. Who's going to be talking about it soon, and I've died a bunch. Now, I'm running a custom mod pack, and after my last update, I've got this little thing where my mouse kind of like smoothly glides along. I don't know if that's a mod that I updated, or my computer, or what, but as long as I click, I stop, so we'll get to it. I just wanted to sort of show you I have like a hozillion crystals here. And I've been doing a ton of stuff with, really just a ridiculous amount of stuff, actually, with Psy. I love this mod dearly. Leave it to Vozkey to do something so ridiculous and so much fun and so cleverly balanced, in my opinion. Because it's just one of those... Get out of here, creeper. No one likes you. Just one of those mods where you think it would be unbalanced, but in reality it actually has a lot of potential to be balanced and can't be the uber mod that everyone wants it to be, and not unlike computer craft, requires a fair amount of thought. So I just recorded something where I explained how to make a spell like this. You can see there we got a pretty good setup here. I ran out of equipment, but you can make platforms out to 9x9. Pretty cool, I think. It's a little bit dangerous unless you have high level and good stats, but, you know. And I've got a bunch of other ones up my sleeve. My personal favorites are things like Blink, which are really, really easy. Hello, Bat. Ben, you saw me use Boom Gun earlier. But you'll see me using those a lot. I recommend watching my other videos for advanced topics, and I think Direwolf is doing a basic one, which, let's face it, Direwolf always gets the basics right and early, so listen to him if you want a question about that, right? Now, I have been doing a ton of work with Psy, and I don't really need to do anything else right now. So, what I need to do is get a couple things sorted. And I thought maybe you'd like to follow along as I just sort of play through and get this sorted as I slowly begin to build out my platform base. So, the first thing we need to get sorted is we have this generator crusher furnace thing here, right? And we'd like to be able to actually sort of use this for something non-trivial, or maybe use a different system. I don't know. This is just a simple system that I don't have to completely hover over at all times. And boy, that mouse drift is really pronounced, isn't it? I'll have to figure out what's up with that. I'm sure that I just updated a mod, or my computer's on the blink. Anyways, these are some Neotech machines. They're cool, but they're not what we're here for. Nope. What we're here for is ultimately, I think, hydraulic craft. So let's go ahead and take a look at hydraulic craft. Right, so we could, like, make some stuff, right? Wow, we could make a miner's helmet. Miner's helmet lamp? Can we actually do that? That sounds like a lot of fun. We need a bunch of stuff for this, but what we ultimately want to do is actually go ahead and make an ore doubling system out of that. We also want to get started on Thaumcraft and on Intangible. I think I've been putting off getting started on Intangible long enough, so we're going to do two things. First of all, I'm going to finish automating this. For that, I'm going to need a little bit of, this is a really slow way, isn't it? A little bit of sand and a little bit of, I think, clay over here. So we want deep dig for this operation, I think. Yeah, here we are. Alright, so we're just going to go ahead and sit down and make a few essentials here, including, I think... We don't need any energy pipes at the moment, but we do need some cobblestone. We need some redstone stuff. There's also this white structure pipe, which I do find very interesting. I don't really know what's up with Neotech structure pipes, but they seem really expensive for what they are. I mean, if they're just... It's like 6 iron for 4 pipe. Like, holy smokes, that's a lot of iron. So we're not going to do that. Instead, what we're going to do is just use Buildcraft. So we need a few of those. Maybe a few gold wouldn't hurt us. Just, yeah, a little bit. And then we need some clay pipe, too, because we want to be able to insert into things. Like so. And we also are going to need, I think we don't have a ton of wood lying around, so what we need to do is go out really quick, and I think I have a tree capitate program that works. We need to get some wood because we want to make a fair number of storage things for the ore so that we don't have to like worry too much about it. So we'll just go ahead and decapitate these really quick and pick up a bunch of stuff. Oh, this is great. This is the only way to gather. We're just going to make a few of these little redstone engines so that we have a few, you know. We just need a few. Not a ton. And there, I think we can make our redstone engines from there. The start of something big. Don't I know it? Okay, so we can get these, and then I guess just maybe a few levers, just to sort of give us some redstone signal options that aren't expensive. And then we should be able to really straightforwardly do that. So now, one other thing that we need to look at, this is really cool, is these. So if I put something in here, these are called drawers. They're from storage drawers, and I like them quite a bit. They're really cool. And it turns out that there's a whole variety of them. So we're just going to go, and we're going to go at storage. Right? Most of these are, this is easy storage, which is a different thing, which is also really interesting. But like you can see, there's really big ones that hold 32 stacks. And then there are some that hold 16 stacks per drawer in 1x2s, 4x4s, 8 stacks, half drawers. This hold even less, right? And then all the way out to compacting drawers, which hold 16 stacks per drawer and are really interesting. I don't even know. I haven't, like, literally haven't figured this out quite yet, to be honest. But you can do all sorts of interesting stuff with them. We'll be going, I think, with the split drawers. That's 16 stacks. It's a lot of metals. So let's go ahead and take a look at these. To make these, we need chests. So if we're going to make 2, 3, 4 different types of chests, we'll need 4 different types of stack holdings. We'll need 8 drawers. So I guess we'll need 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Have exactly enough of that. Oh boy, we may actually need more wood. Well, I'll be right back. There we go. 8 basic drawers. So I think it should be as simple. And I may need to, like, swap things around a little bit. Let's go ahead and make this. Yeah, because we kind of want to, like, move these, maybe. Let's see here. So we'd like to do, let me go grab those. I actually need them. What we'd like to do is sort of like stick pipes in the bottom. So here's the furnace. This is where things will come out. So what we'd like to do is, one, put an extraction pipe on the back here. So we can go up, right? That won't connect, will it? I wonder if it has to connect from a specific side or if it's just not Buildcraft enabled, because that would be pretty grim if I made all these pipes and it's not even Buildcraft enabled. Is that like a thing that is true? Well, folks, that's a bummer. I think that we actually can't automate these without using the other pipes, but we can start to put in our storage system here. This looks really nice, so let's just go ahead and I guess put in all of these for the moment. Right, because what else are we going to do with them? Not much, I suppose. Put in all of them. You can like double click just to do stuff like that, and we'll go ahead and put these in here. We'll come back here and think about storage systems later, but for now we're just going to have to accept that this is not a fantastic system. But we really do want to start automating other stuff pretty soon. I don't really know. We're going to have to think about this because processing ore by hand is misery, and moving it by hand is misery too. Okay, so I think what's going to happen now is I'm going to go through and harvest all these crystals. You can see we got a ton of them, and then I'm going to replant them. But we actually have a pretty good amount of them right now. I think we have a full stack of blue crystal and then several yellow crystals. So let me harvest these really quick, and then we'll continue. Okay, well, so I'd like to get started on this really cool mod, Intangible. To do this, well, what I need to do is grab my knowledge gem. This is such a cool book, by the way. Just, boom, check this out. What I can see I was just researching. I need to start making devices specifically to find souls. So I need funnels, decanters, gourd splits. Basically what I'm going to be doing is if I go back over here and I go to souls, I can detect souls. So if I make a device, something like this, with a soul bone cage over there, I can detect types of souls. The first of which is going to be benign souls. To do this, I'm going to need a little bit of stuff, and that stuff is going to have to be... Well, I got a yellow crystal, by the way. This is fantastic. And you can see I got a ton of blue crystals in there. We're now at, like, over a stack, and we got yellow crystals hiding around here, I think. Yeah, right there. Yellow crystal, 12 of them. So we're doing really good on that. But we need to start making bellows and other stuff. Before that, I need to get some lava up here. Now, I have some down in my mine. So I think what I can just do is make one of these and then augment it to gold. So this is more glass. Yeah. Yeah, and we can make a gold tank. And that should be, you know, pretty much perfect for us. So along with that and a bucket, we should be able to head down into our mines and actually get the things we need. Now, I know I'm in a shame cave, right? Well, let me show you, by the way. We'll use we. This is a pretty slick spell. I'm working on refining it still, without using loop casting, because that's sort of not what I want to do. But, well, it clears out a line. So when I go like this, right? Even if I go like this, it does pretty much anything except for verticals. So if I go vertical, it doesn't work right. That's the only limitation I found with size creation of stuff right now. And it's just something you have to sort of accept. But still, this is really, like, not only is it a fast pick, but it allows you to just rip through terrain, and it's not very expensive, and the picks self-repairs, so there we go. One tank chock full of lava and one very strange-looking patch of fluid. I should probably, while I'm down here, look around for a little bit and do some mining, just because I really could use lots of things, and I can actually, like, mine properly now. Like, this is really fast, so I'm going to do that for just a minute, because I'm actually pretty poor on resources. I'm great on iron, I'm great on tin and things like that, but when it comes to other stuff, like lapis and even redstone, I'm a little, and especially diamonds, I'm more than a little bit shy. So now that I can, like, tunnel dig really efficiently and strike mine really efficiently, it seems to me like I would be a good thing to do. Oh, you know what I should get while I'm here? I think I hear water off this way. Do I hear water off this way? Because if I could get a bucket of water, I should have brought one down. Because then I could just get some obsidian. Should be really easy to get now. Wow, lots of diamonds. I got to get fortune on my tools because I'm walking away from a ton of them. So I was looking for an alternative way back to my base, and I discovered this interesting thing. Okay, let's go ahead and do deep dig. Looks to me like I'd say it's the dungeon I found earlier. Cool. So this is actually a way faster way for me to get home. Bing. Yay. That's so much faster. You know what we can also do? Technically, what we could do, it's a little bit dangerous, but we can go... Now, let's eat up before we do this, because it's a bad idea. Do you know what I'm going to do? What I'm going to do is... Whoa, this lag out a little bit. But if you do it fast, you can basically teleport through the world with a modest distance blink, and the results are pretty nice. Ooh, this rendering, when you move too fast in this mod pack, there's like some serious rendering glitches.